Welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning in again. I hope you're all doing good. What a beautiful start to the day. Well, actually, that's a complete lie. It wasn't a beautiful start to the day. It was absolutely chucking down with rain, hence the waterproof jacket, overshoes. I've had to fully kit myself out for winter today. Winter in the UK, no secret, it's absolutely rubbish. It's cold, it's wet, it's grey, it's dark. It's not much fun, you know. But it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. You can enjoy winter on the bike, you know. I'm honestly hating the turbo at the minute. I go through these phases of loving turbo sessions, then hating them. And I'm currently on the hating them. I would rather get layered up and go ride in awful weather than ride on the turbo at the moment. I wonder how many rainy rides I'll get under the belt before I change my mind on that. Good equipment, good kit. It makes everything a lot more bearable, you know, especially the mud guards. I'll keep on banging on about mud guards, but I love them. Oh, I messed up as well. One of you said I should try heat gunning or hair drying the mud guard to make it shape better, which was a great idea. Unfortunately, when I put it into practice, I now have a very bent, can you see this? Rippled effect. I heated it up too much and then it went all like wobbly and a bit rubbish. I mean, I feel like riding around chatting to you guys, most of the time I just tell you stuff you already know. Maybe I should do like my guide to survive in winter and what kit I use and what kit I think is essential. What do you guys think is essential? What like clothing items couldn't you live without? I mean, honestly, it's got to be overshoes, right? Overshoes, gloves and a waterproof jacket. Am I missing anything else? I suppose then base layer, like longs. There is quite a long list, isn't it? But I feel that once you get these items, you're pretty much sorted, right? So let me know. Way, squirrel! I nearly ran over a squirrel then, that was so close. So let me know down below, winter riding essentials, what equipment couldn't you live without? And then I'll do a video all about it. Right, I think we should go and enjoy some of this soggy autumnal, whatever. Some of this soggy winter goodness, look. Okay, so I probably shouldn't say this. I'm really tempting fate here. My bike is making this really annoying ticking noise. It's like tick, 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 tick. And it seems to only do it when I'm sitting down. And I bought this really cheap seat clamp, this one, off Amazon, because I was being tight. And I have a feeling, I really shouldn't say this, so my seat post kept slipping, so I've massively over tightened it, and I have a feeling that this bolt might fail on this ride, which means that my seat post will just go pa-chung, and I'll be riding with a slam seat post. And I don't know if I should have just said that. Yeah, if I like lean on it and give it a bit of a, it does make a ticking noise, so I think it is that. Honestly, even with mud guards, this bike is still like, look at it, absolutely caked in mud. So I have said this before, whenever I build a new bike, I'm always a little bit apprehensive when I take it out for a first ride, just to make sure everything's tight, everything's like done up. I'm definitely not a pro bike mechanic. Everything I do is like self-taught. So there is always this element of like, eek, have I forgot to tighten something up? But I'm pleased to say, this bike, well, I mean, apart from the obvious seat clamp problem, but this bike is blooming amazing. I know I've been saying this for the past like 500 videos. I really do like it. I'm dead happy with it. I'm happy with how it turned out. I've said this before in loads of videos. I think it's totally possible to use one bike for everything. You know, I could very easily slap a set of road tyres on my gravel bike and do this, you know, but the thing is, when I want to ride gravel the next day, it's a bit of a faff, you know, and because I do this for work, I like having one specific bike. But I am tempted to take the mud guards off this and give it a bit of a shred on some gravel to see how it actually holds up to it. I think it'd be a dead good gravel bike. I mean, I don't think the aluminium frame would hold it back at all, to be honest. I think it'd be really nice and it would look badass. So at some point in the near future, I will be putting some gravel tyres on this bike and taking it for a bit of a gravel shred. Not that I need a reason to try it, but I've never ridden an aluminium frame on gravel, so why not try it, eh? I'm pretty sure this frame is like their all-road, do-everything kind of frame, like a proper multi-purpose bike, you know? I know multi-purpose bikes aren't for everyone. Like if you're like well into your racing and that's the thing you do, you want a race bike. If you're into gravel racing, you want a gravel bike. But if you like just doing everything, you can have a multi-purpose bike. So my daughter was sick last week, which meant inevitably I was going to catch her like coldy flu thing, which I did. So there's not been a lot of cycling activity. But oh, getting back out on the bike, I love it, I do. Like this sunshine certainly helps, but it was not like this when I left the house this morning. It was pissing down with rain and I was still smiling whilst riding around because, well, I don't know. Can you ride a bike and like not be smiling? You know, I suppose like if I was doing a crit race and I'm about to throw up on myself, then maybe not. But when you're going for a nice casual zone 2 ride, blooming brilliant, love it. Right, so back to gravel tyres on this bike and making it into a bit of a gravel bike. It wasn't my intention, but hear me out. This group set is a gravel group set and I want to test it out. And like riding it all winter, I mean, yes, it gets covered in muck and grit and grime, but is that the same as testing it in like thick mud, deep mud and all that sort of stuff? Can't do anything too crazy. I've only got 40cm bars, look. They're well narrow, not the best width for gravel. This is a whole other debate, isn't it? So I watch Francis Cade a lot, and like Bike Fit James always says that everyone runs too wide a handlebars, you know. But I personally, I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm saying he's right in some respects. Like on a road bike, yeah, I think a lot of people run bars that are far too wide. Whereas on a gravel bike, I want a wide bar. Like I want to run a 40cm bar on the road, but I want the drops of my gravel bars to be like 46cm. But at the end of the day, it's about stability, and I want my bike to be nice and stable and be able to throw it around a bit, and I don't feel like I can do that with like 40mm bars, which is why you don't see mountain bikers riding with bars the width of their shoulders, because that would just be really inefficient. So sorry, Bike Fit James. I mean, you know a load more than me, and you're so much smarter at this stuff than me, but I don't agree with you. I think a gravel bike, you can have wider bars. I do wonder how that rule applies to mountain biking. Like, why is it on a mountain bike you can run like super wide bars, but on a gravel bike we're advised to run narrower bars? Who knows? I'm gonna have to email Bike Fit James and ask him now. This ride is proof that you need to get outside and ride. You know, I didn't want it this morning. It was like wet, it was grey, it was horrible. And honestly, 10 minutes into the ride, it was dry, you know? So I was making all this fuss for nothing. There's your Monday morning inspiration. Well, yes, it's winter. Yes, the weather's bad. Yes, you're gonna get wet and cold and probably be slightly miserable on the ride. But like, but at least you've done it. But it might stop raining and the sun might come out and you might enjoy it like I have today. See? Genius. I feel like I'm always bestowing these like nuggets of cycling inspiration on you guys. That was a really hard sentence. Like, ride your bike if you like riding bikes, it'll be fun. You know, and for any non-cyclists watching this thing, don't go and ride in the rain. You'll make you hate cycling and you never want to ride a bike. I don't even know if that was motivational at all. It might have just been like word vomit. I'm taking that as a sign that I've run out of words for today, so I'm going to leave it there. Remember to let me know down below, what are your winter cycling clothing essentials? I need to know. Right, thank you as always for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye.